We think that this is an important study. It has ramifications throughout the county, as well as specifically to looking at how we can make a better transportation system within the city of Kingston and better serve our customers, which are throughout the county, and looking at the city system. I'd like to introduce a couple of the staff that are here from the Transportation Council and from the County Planning Department. Brian Slack is the senior transportation planner, and David Stoss is a new hire, just started with us about, how long ago, David? Yeah, we're pleased to have him, and if you have any problems with your computer, David used to be on the Geek Squad for Best Buy, so we're really glad to have him. I also want to introduce the transit providers have been essentially the key for us to move this project forward. And so I want to thank and introduce the transit providers. Bob is here from Ulster County Area Transit. Bob, why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure. Bob DeBella, and I'm the director of Ulster County Area Transit. And with me is Carol Hargrove, who is my deputy.
And Tony, why don't you introduce yourself, because you've been key with respect to the city participation.
I'm transit supervisor for the city of Kingston.
Okay. Just some quick background, the Ulster County Transportation Council is a federal creation. It's hosted by the Planning Department. One of the things that we have a responsibility for, and one of the reasons that we undertook the study, is that we program all federal funds associated with transportation systems within the county. We're currently programming for we run a 5-year program. We're currently programming for a TIP that will begin in 2013 and end in 2017. And those programs, we programmed somewhere in the neighborhood of around $367 million. For the transit systems throughout the county, we're currently looking at, between the 3 counties, somewhere in the neighborhood of around 20 million, between 11 million to 20 million, depending upon how you look at the transit systems are provided. And so there are large portions of money here that are at stake in terms of how transit systems operate. And there are some efficiencies that we're concerned about, and there's some transparencies to the customers that we're also concerned about. And that's why we undertook the study. This is the second full transit study that we've undertaken in the last 10 years. The council was formed in 2003, and one of the first things we did was take a look at public transit. I'd also say that there are extremely successful and efficient private transit providers in the county. Those include Coach USA, as well as Trailways. And Trailways was instrumental in helping us essentially through the process as well. They set on the Transportation Advisory Committee. So enough of the introductions. I would like you to introduce the consulting team, the consultant that worked on this. Boris Polchik from Nelson Nygaard was the key project manager for this project. And so with that, I'll let Boris give you the rest of the presentation.